Welcome to the new party. I'm Gray Mars.
Just how America has to operate to protect itself. I say this in so many videos. A sovereign nation's number one job is to protect its sovereignty and its citizens before you can even get into your economy, your legislation, your policy, whatever else. You have to be protected, because what does it matter that you have the best policy, the best lifestyle, the best culture if somebody can come in and take it? What does it matter? You have to be able to defend yourself. And because we operate in a world, on a globe, where other countries' job is to do the same, and there are limited resources, so people are fighting to get this and for their self-preservation, for their sovereignty, etc. When you have the resources especially, you have to put yourself in a position to where you can best defend yourself. So for the United States of America, our biggest threats are Russia and China. That is our biggest threat, just like we're their biggest threat. So there's a constant battle of positioning and strategy to protect ourselves and our resources against other superpowers, just like they're doing. America is not wrong for trying to put itself in the best position to defend itself and protect itself. Sometimes it's going to be a little aggressive. That doesn't mean you have to co-sign that. I'm just saying that's just the way the game goes. Because the way a lot of you all talk and think, it seems like to me that you would be okay if somebody just invaded us or somebody just took us over, because you're just like, at least we were nice about it. At least we didn't impede on anybody else. Y'all, all that world peace.
That was fire, Stephen. I'm on the other side of you, but I agree. Good for you for holding your party accountable. Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine. And tonight we have Steve-O, aka Stephen Dingle, as a guest. I'm so excited to have him. Stephen, tell everybody about your platform and where they can find you.
Yeah, absolutely. Always appreciate the new party. You and my guy Mars always having me. But yeah, I'm Stephen Dingle, born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. I guess you could say my platform is just all things politics, culture, entertainment. Talk about whatever's going on in the world, but more specifically the United States, I'm willing to talk about. So my platform is just open to everyone, no matter what part of the political spectrum you're on, no matter what your ideology, religion, race. I'm willing to talk about everything. So that's pretty much it. And I can be found everywhere as Steve-O, as it's spelled right here, STEVO, zone, and the number 4. Some platforms have the underscore at the end, some don't. But if you just type in Steve-O zone 4, I'll come up, or Stephen Dingle, I'll come up everywhere.
Yeah, and I've seen you reposted on X, so shout out to you. You're growing. I've seen. I don't know if I should have sent you the link, but I have seen you on X. But tonight, everybody, if anyone watching, please tap the screen. Let's get the likes up so we can stay on the For You page. We are going to kick tonight off talking about the FBA conversation. So the first clip we're going to play, Fishback, who's running for governor, went on Tucker Carlson show. And the FBAs are so excited because pretty much he gave them a shout out. He talked about the tether term. Let's watch it.
Told you were racist for that?
They did. Which is actually quite interesting because I got a call from the Foundational Black American Society here in Florida who reminded me that Byron's mother is Jamaican, he is Panamanian, and they found it quite insulting in their words that he would try to claim victimhood of slavery without a single descendant of American slaves in his family.
I like those foundational guys.
They're so good.
Tariq Nasheed and all. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but they've got a perspective. If your family's been here 400 years and the descendants of a lot of American slaves or families have been here 400 years, I don't know. I think that gives, I'll listen to you. Like you've
100%.
you've got a point of view that is legitimate, I think.
Yeah. And they're unequivocally heritage Americans.
That's for sure.
100%.
I mean, they're definitely heritage Americans, if anyone is. And, someone rolls in from Ghana and gets an MSNBC slot and starts speaking on behalf of black people. It's like, shut up, honey. You've got nothing to do with this.
Right.
That's
Literally.
a fair perspective,
right.
I think.
And so it's good to actually see them call them out for that. That's actually cultural appropriation. Appropriating the struggle of slavery.
I totally agree.
And the struggle of slavery was real. I don't think Republicans ever want to really whitewash that. It's real, right? But for
we're
Byron,
against slavery.
We're against it.
Whether it's in the, West Bank or here or anywhere. Yeah, against it.
And so for Byron's group, his team, to call me and essentially our entire supporting base racists for saying that you're a slave when quite literally you took $45 million. You won't tell us what you agreed to take that money this early in a primary, which is unprecedented. You know this, how unprecedented that kind of money is in an uncontested primary until now. But secondarily, to actually go out and try to gaslight us and think that you're just one of those guys that has been here, since the early 1800s and your family was in the struggle too, you're not. And that's a very interesting term that the foundational Black Americans use. It's called tether. They're tethering these tethers like Byron Donalds. They come here literally one generation in, and they try to just sit around and act so folksy that we're all part of the same struggle and we're all down on and we need to fight against. No, you just got here, dude. Like the Haitians, like the guys from Ghana who just got here, you don't get to just be a part of our system and then lecture us about how our country went wrong.
Oh, Jesus. So, Steve, I got to ask you, are you FBA? Are you Foundational Black American?
Based on the description, yeah, I am.
So you could trace your mama's mama back to the 1800s to slavery.
Yeah, I've never done it, but as far as I know, to like my great grandparents, yeah, everybody was here.
Okay. So what is your thoughts on that clip? What do you think?
It's just hilarious to me to watch. And I think, is Fishback white? Is he? I don't know if he's Jewish, but he's a white man as far as I know.
Allegedly, there's rumors that he's Jewish. And I'm going to get to that because what's funny to me, we'll play another clip and what he has to say about reparations. Because this whole movement started, Stephen, I don't know if you know, because the whole reason of delineating is to say, we got to separate because we want reparations and we got to make it clear who's going to get it and who's not. That was the initial start of all this. And now somehow the reparations got lost, but we still got the term tether because I'm half Jamaican. So I've been called it, but we'll hold on to that as long as we're getting to delineate. What do you think?
Yeah. So just to say two white men, I just want to, I want to be correct in their race, but to see two white men discuss it, and it wanted to be Tucker Carlson at that. And for them to, from the language that I've seen from FBA and ADOS people, like they were pretty accurate. So to just watch two people without, I don't know if any black people were in that room, but without any reference point, and them to sound that accurate, or even Tucker as he was hearing the conversation and was almost like figuring out himself, like, yeah, that makes sense. And if I was this, I wouldn't want that. Like, it was just funny watching two white guys like talk through the FBA ADOS conversation.
Gray, what do you think about that conversation?
I think it was a wild conversation. But what I seen is from the FBA people that celebrated on social media saying, "Oh, we made it, we finally got here." And I feel like the issue with what the FBAs are doing is that you're celebrating representation rather than actual material, actual money, actual reparations. So it's like, it feels like the Republican Party, they say they're not Republicans, but they just attack the Democrats, but they're not technically Republicans. So it seems like they're being kind of controlled by Republican Party. So it seems like that guy was trying to use the FBA on his side to attack Byron Donalds.
Well, I think ADOS is more associated usually with the Democrats, and the FBAs are more conservative from what I've seen. But let me play this clip, guys. I got to play the follow-up with a precursor to this. Fishback went on Consuela. She's a representative that really talks about FBA issues on her live. And this is what he had to say.
We have to be able to do politics for Americans. And this is something that we have to tackle. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, that's right. And let's just be completely honest of what Byron Donalds is. Byron Donalds is a tether. He is not an American descendant.
Wait a minute, James. How do you know the term tether?
He is a tether. He is not an American descendant of slaves. So when Byron Donalds cries like he has over the last couple of weeks because I call him a slave to AIPAC, a slave to corporate interest, a slave to the pro-immigration lobby that has hurt every race of Americans, but has also hurt Black Americans who disproportionately work in food, hospitality, leisure, and customer service. He is in no position, has no right to be complaining about me calling him a slave when he has absolutely no direct descendant of slavery in his family. He's from Panama. He's from Belize. His dad's from Jamaica. Irrelevant. Here's what I will say.
Okay.
Unequivocally, I do not support reparations in any form. I would not have supported the reparations for Japanese who were interned. I would not have supported reparations for Chinese Americans who were expelled. And I would not have supported reparations and do not support reparations for the descendants of slavery. But here's what I can commit to. I can commit to creating an economic system that works for one group and one group only, and that is American citizens living in the great state of Florida. Consuelo, we have to be very clear about what has happened because of people like Byron Donalds. Last year, he said, quote, "I want anyone from anywhere who wants to come here and work and contribute to come." The problem is that when anyone from anywhere comes here to contribute, they are by definition taking a job that would have gone to someone locally who is a citizen, a job in agriculture, a job in hospitality, a job in customer service. And so if you want to do what's right by our working citizens, you have to stand up to the immigration influx. Now, Byron Donalds supports open immigration because it's good to increase their profits by bringing in cheap third world labor from the Caribbean, from all over the world, from Central and South America, because those people will work for $4 an hour and our people will work for $15 or $20 an hour. Byron Donalds said 2 weeks ago at the University of Florida that we need to have the H-1B visa program, which brings in Indians and Chinese to take our jobs because, quote, "our kids are not economically viable." He thinks that our kids are not smart enough, but the Indians and the Haitians, they are smarter than us. And so we have to import them to take jobs away from us. I'll give you just one example. In 2015, he said that we need to use the H-1B visa program to bring in pharmacists.
Oh my God, I got so much to say. First of all, we got to be factual. I don't know who needs to hear this, but slavery didn't end in Jamaica until 1836, or to 1838 to be exact. Full emancipation. So, I mean, technically, Byron could have came from slaves. Now, did he come from American slaves? No. Number one. Number two, I love to point out, he said no reparations for everybody but one group of people. I don't know if y'all caught that. He's like, I don't want reparations for these people, and these people, except for one group. But anyways, Stephen, what do you think?
From what I know about Fishback, is that the only reason that this is a conversation is because he used that word slave to AIPAC or slave to his donors. So because he used that specific language, he's now found a strategy to say like, oh, it's not racial. Oh, I'm not being offensive. He's not even American. Like had he said Byron Donalds is endowed to his donors, then he wouldn't even have used this term. It's just him trying to flip it. The fact that he's catching flack. So like, it's kind of seemed disingenuous to me, and it's strategic, and it seems to be galvanizing, I guess you could say, the ADOS or FBA people in Florida, the people who can vote for him. But for me, I just see the game, and he's just milking this thing because he was catching some flack for using slave in regards to a Black man in America.
Welcome to the live, Kamal. What is your thoughts on this conversation? I'm sure you saw the clip of the two white men speaking about Black America, Black immigrants. What's your thoughts?
Which two white men we talking about? Because there's a whole lot of white folks that talk about Black Americans.
Tucker Carlson and Fishback.
Oh yeah. I most definitely talked about that clip. You know,
What do you think?
Talked about it actually on my show. There's a multitude of things. First of all, delineation is on the fucking map. You feel me? Second of all, I know that Fishback or Fishburn, whatever the fuck you want to call his name, I know he using this for clout, you know what I mean? But at the same time, right? People can't be like, oh, this is just an online thing. Nah. Stop the bull job at this point. Delineation is here to stay. You feel me? Foundational Black Americans is in the building. And yeah. Oh, and we ain't forget either, motherfuckers. We still on reparations. We didn't hear no goddamn policies. That was another thing. Yeah. Tucker Carlson and Fishburne is kikiing ha and calling Byron Donalds a tether, which he is. That motherfucker got some nerve to talk about our Black American reparations, talk about we don't deserve it and all this other shit. So he is a tether. But at the same time, I could call a spade a spade. I could see Berber trying to get clout on it. They didn't talk about no policies that's going to help us foundational Black Americans specifically. Okay? Until they start talking about them cash reparations and the anti-Black hate crime bill, you feel me? I'm kind of saying, yeah, but still pointing like, all right, now let's get to business. What's up with those?
But Kamal, don't you think he's kind of a tether? I mean, he's tethering to y'all stuff. Whether he's Black, white, to me, that's tethering to y'all stuff to protect himself. That's even worse. To me, that's equally as bad as Byron.
I'm glad you said that.
Your thing.
Now I can clarify what a tether means. A tether is somebody that's trying to undermine us while tethering to be like us. The undermining has to happen too.
He's undermining you. He's making your cause be a joke. I'm sorry. He's like, oh, this is so funny. Fishback, it's a joke.
He wasn't. That was Tucker Carlson that was laughing
He's not coming with tangibles. It's a joke. Think about it.
I called him out.
Yeah, he's only defending the word slave. Come on, like he's not using it to, like you said, to create policy or legislation for FBA or ADOS. He's just defending like, oh, don't the slave. I'm right in using slave because of this. That's all he's saying.
Did y'all hear what I said earlier when I said, motherfucker, I'm still on y'all about policies, and that Fishback or whatever his name is could be using this as political clout, which I said, but at the same time, we're not going to negate the fact that, look, this delineation movement is not just some online thing. All right? This is here to stay. We're on the main stage with it. You feel me? Hey, you could chew gum and walk at the same time, right? So I see that Fish back. You feel me? I don't think he was joking. Now Tucker Carlson could have been more on the joking-ish, but I think Berber was serious. And the fact that he called Byron Donalds a tether, and tether means that you're undermining us at the same time as you're trying to cosplay us or use our movements to help your shit. You got to be undermining us. You got to show me a clip where Fishback is undermining us. I don't think at this moment, I don't think he's undermining us.
To me, if he's not coming with y'all with tangibles, it's a joke. He's for me. For me, it's a joke. And I just think that, I don't know. Gray, what do you think? I'm gonna let Gray go.
Well, first off, the history of the term tether, they took that from Jordan Peele's movie, the second movie. I forgot the name of it. When it's like the two twin people, come on, pretty sure.
Us.
Yeah. Us, right. So the two twin people. So they say that the people are trying to cosplay to beat them. I feel like on a big scale, the FBA is, of course, going to say, okay, this is mainstream. They're now talking about this. I agree with Nora that is this actually going to be a political movement? Is this actually going to like put FBA politicians? Like, is this going to be something people really get behind and say, this is the reason why I'm voting, or this is why I'm part of this movement? So is it just a clip that went viral? That's my thought process on it.
You know what's funny with Kamal's statements about, and I know you might have been in jest, you might be dead serious when you're saying Tucker Carlson was more making a joke of it. I think he was actually like, it was his, like,
more serious
in his head. Like, this concept actually makes sense. Like, he was chuckling, but I think he was listening to Fishback like, let me think about that. If my family was here for 400 years, I'm dealing, like, he was like making sense of it in his head, but he was just laughing because it sounded like he never thought of it before. So I'm saying that's what made it funny to me, that you were being explained to it by a fellow white man. Like another white man across from you was breaking it down, and you were like, but I would say, as you know, Kamal, FBA has been loud. It's been extensive, not just online. So for him not here before, it sounded kind of crazy.
Who, Tucker Carlson?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think he
for Tucker
happened. I think he most definitely has heard it before, and I've just found out, and shout out to Dewan B. I just found out that Tucker Carlson actually interviewed Tariq Nasheed.
I have a clip.
So-
I have the clip.
so my thing,
And I
my
didn't know
thing
that
is-
until Norris. Yes, because she said she had
Yeah.
a clip. I didn't know that.
And this is my thing. That's why I think Tucker Carlson, these motherfuckers be knowing, and then they play dumb. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, look, Tucker Carlson, you feel me? I still think that he probably was more on the jokey side, even though it probably was processed like, because he's been known to do a lot of shit like that. I mean, he was up there fucking caping for white men, said that in the last decade, white men have been oppressed the most. Up at, what was the, Nora, you was just at that event. What was that event again?
Turning Point.
Turning Point.
Camp Fest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I never can really take Tucker Carlson serious like that.
Well, I'm going to play the clip. And for me, Tucker is not running for a position of power, but Fishback is. And so what's he going to do for the Black community, the foundational Black community of Florida? Because let me give you guys some history, and I'm going to be real fast. The history of Florida is foundational Black people have been run out of Florida, in particular Miami, by immigrants. So I will give you that. So what are you going to do for foundational people in Florida? So, I mean, and not just give words, but let me play this clip. This is the interview.
Joins us now to explain. Sri, thanks a lot for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Tucker.
Oh, of course. This struck me when I read it as a pretty cowardly thing for you to say for a bunch of reasons, but mostly because it's so imprecise. You don't spell out what you mean. You say that that's interesting. Why is that interesting? Would it have been better if this guy, the murderer, had continued to hack people with a butcher knife? Is that what you're saying? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying, Tucker, what's cowardly is to make up a false narrative that I didn't say or even imply by saying that I was not impressed or I was dissatisfied with the police's work. And basically, that tweet was very vague. It was very neutral. It was basically a statement. It wasn't even my opinion. So for you to start off the segment saying that it was cowardly, that's disingenuous.
To explain yourself, and I'm asking you, what did you mean by that? Is the guy,
and I'll be glad to do that.
who shot this guy a hero, or isn't he?
I'll be glad to answer that, but I don't want to do the false narrative thing because that's just very disingenuous, and I like to bring truth
just
to
answer
power.
the question.
Now let me explain what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't think that the guy was wrong for what he did. The guy was a hero. The comment wasn't meant to racialize the actual shooting and the event itself. When that happened online, there were a lot of people who played the race card, and the minute they found out who the suspect was, they kept talking about Black Somalian, then they started talking about Black Lives Matter, then they started talking about Obama, then they racialized it. So
okay.
I'm
sorry. So there's only so much I can take. I spent all afternoon listening to your podcast, which is the most racialized.
And so he had to have heard about it.
And not
which is not true.
The fact that he listened to it.
What year was that?
Probably, like, I would say the 2018, 2019. Definitely pre-COVID.
Like 2018. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2019. Hey, can I comment to somebody in the chat? Hey, 7D Media One, the Fishback, he's not our representative though. You feel me? I agree with you. You feel me? We should put up our own representative. Just because he has our talking points, and that's what I was saying, just because he's saying the talking points, the tether, foundational Black American, that don't mean shit. If they're not talking policies, then it's like, yo, you preaching to the fucking choir. And at the same time, we have to realize they're talking to their white audience. I think this is good because they're talking to them about it. So now Becky in the kitchen with Karen gonna be saying, oh, I heard on Tucker Carlson about foundational Black Americans. She's gonna be like, oh, what's that? And they gonna start educating themselves about certain shit because for damn sure they ain't coming into our spaces like that trying to get educated on what foundational Black American is. And if the only whites that come in there doing that shit be trolling. Most of the time they on meth, so they ain't gonna remember the next day. All right, so that's how I kind of feel about the clip. I see both sides of the fence, and I'm calling out Fishback, you know what I mean, on him trying to get political clout, but at the same time, he's putting the conversation in the lexicon, and it's not no like, oh, this just some online shit. This just
right.
No,
he didn't say it in a disrespectful way for you, so you're happy that it's being talked about.
Yeah,
Well, this is for me what I think politicians do to the Black community, all Black people, Black immigrants, Black Americans. They find a cause, they tether. I'm gonna use the word tether onto it, and then they use it for clout, and then they give no tangibles ever. The only tangibles Black people have ever seen in this country, in my opinion, has nothing been since the civil rights. Nothing. Everybody else gets stuff. The LGBTQ people, everybody else. And so for me, I don't think you guys should be celebrating this, but to each his own. I think it should be, hey, if you're not going to give us something, hate crime bill, like you said, Kamal, something, I don't want you using the term. We need to put an end to it. But that's just me, because just like we're calling out the Democrats for doing it, it's the same thing.
You talk about the word tether?
No, just the whole conversation. What is he going to do for Black foundational people, since he's delineating for everyone? What is he going to do for Black foundational people of Florida? I haven't heard it. Go ahead, Steve.
You know, on the flip side of this, because he is running for governor of Florida, and I don't know the demographic numbers, but just how you talked about South Florida, we know there is
majority is us immigrant, and that's the funny part.
Right. So is he Xing out that constituency?
For me, I don't want to vote.
We're talking about winning Black Americans over.
Yeah, I don't want to vote for him. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even like Byron Donalds. I do think he's a form of a slave. We're really going to be honest. He is a slave to the Israel lobby. But I don't want to vote for him at this point, because he has now exited out. Because two things: one, I don't like him using the terms, and two, what tangibles are you going to bring? If he's saying tangibles, I would still vote for him. That's where I'm at.
My question is this: is FBA a form of white supremacy because it is based on racial hierarchy?
No, it's a damn lineage. Come on, Greg. Let's not act. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know it's not a form of white supremacy. It's a lineage, bro. Come on, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Any form of saying that any race is better than another is a form of some type of supremacy, because it's like,
who's saying that?
The dictionary.
What? No. What foundational Black American is saying this race is better than this race? Who's saying that?
All the time. They put down us immigrants, us whatever, all the time. I'm sorry.
Who? Y'all gotta let me know.
Steve, you tell us what you think.
Okay, because we all know there's a difference between these organizational forms. So, like, I guess Tariq Nasheed, is he the leader of FBA? And is
I think so.
Cornell is the leader of ADOS. So you have those leaders. But then when you think about the people who do just decide to represent themselves or identify as, I don't generally hear people saying, because I'm ADOS FBA, I'm automatically better. I do hear it as more delineation. Now with Cornell and Tariq Nasheed themselves as the upper leader, I'm saying whatever you want to call them, their rhetoric may get a little crazy, but generally speaking, people who simply identify as, I don't hear supremacy as much as I do just delineation. We're walking around the party and you pull out your Jamaican flag and your Panamanian flag, like that's you're just like, you automatically delineated. Like, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. You got a different country's flag, regardless of what we look like, our cultural
but Stephen,
where we align, you already delineated.
Do you consider Black immigrants Black, or are they just something else?
No, they're Black. That's fine with me. I'm not one of those people who are concerned with who's Black.
There are FBAs that don't believe that. That's
correct.
That's the issue.
But it's
43 million of us. We're all gonna have different ideologies.
I understand the delineation though. Like, when you see somebody in the Olympics who's representing the United States of America, and they went, I'm just throwing around. I'm not using a real life situation, but they run for the United States of America. They win a track meet, but then they say, like, this person, like Nora, say you won a race in the Olympics, you represent for the United States, but then there's like, she's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Like, they may just acknowledge that you're half Jamaican or whatever. That simple thing is just like, okay, she's a Jamaican American. So when they say, but some people may reference you as Black American because you are Black American. But it's just like, there is a difference. So if you just say, hey, Nora won this track meet, she's Black American, but then we know you're Jamaican, and then some people may say, no, she's Jamaican American. It just, I see your point. Say, no, this is called Nora Jamaican American. Let's call this person Black American. They're all Americans. They're all Black, but just so we know the difference.
Can I ask y'all a question? Is Jesse Jackson the leader of African Americans?
No.
He coined the term.
Yeah, I don't think there is
Tariq
one.
Nasheed.
Yeah, right.
We got. That's
He
why we
did.
keep saying, if we telling y'all this is the lineage, and then we all be like, well, Tariq Nasheed is the leader. Well, damn it, at this point, Jackie Chan, the leader of fucking Chinese people, all right? We gonna play that game. Rosie Perez, the leader of Puerto Ricans.
Come on, you're the leader. How about
Jackson,
that?
the
You're
leader of
my
African Americans. It's like,
you're
come on, we
the
gotta.
FBA leader of the new party. You're the FBA leader of the new party. I
Nora, I don't want to be no leader. You know what they do to our leaders? They be murking our leaders. I be damn if I'm a leader. I am a civilian, y'all. I'm a regular person.
Oh
Yeah, the only thing that I really don't like about the discussion is when any party, whether it be, you know, immigrant or non-American black folks or black folks, just act like delineation is separation. Like it's just delineation, but that doesn't mean I'm against you. Doesn't mean you're against me. So I don't like it when I'm coming from either direction. Like, and I keep referencing the flag because that's just a normal thing you see. You talk to a Haitian, there'll be a Haitian flag back here if I was Haitian. Like they are proud about it. So I'm saying that's a form of delineation. So just by people creating identification, I don't like people are like, you're so separatist, you're divisive. I'm like, we're just doing the same thing in a different version. When nobody's saying we're against you or we're not all black. Well, I'm some people are, but for me, I just hate when it gets to that discussion as if somebody's being divisive by identifying a certain way. That just
Steven, you know what's wild about what you're saying? I feel like we the last to the fucking party of delineation. Everybody's
that's a fact.
delineating.
It is. That's true.
White folks delineate from each other. Asians delineate from each other. Black people that came over here, they delineated from us, and we were the last to the fucking party. And now everybody is like, "Why are you in this fucking party?" That shit. That's
I agree with that.
Just saying.
Steven, are you gonna stay for the whole show, or are you gonna wrap up and do your closing thoughts?
I'm here, however y'all did. How long is the whole show? I'm sorry.
We're probably gonna go till 9:30 tonight, or you can stay as long as you want. So just trying to know so I can know when you want to do your closing thoughts. You can just message me when you want to do them in the private chat.
We can go to 8. I'm good till 8:30.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch gears here and bring up the rest of our cast and do the intro now, guys. Okay, guys, tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. We are gonna switch gears here. I know you guys came for this story. Should Pam Bondi be fired? Welcome to the conversation, Kimberly. We're gonna do our intro now, so I need everybody to tap the screen. Also, at the end of the show, for everyone watching, we